Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. There's been a few times over the years that I've told you about those trips that I made years ago doing my fishing show, Streamside, and where I was invited up to the Arctic to fish with the Inuit. And I remember going to places that I know no one else had ever thrown a lure out. The fish that were in the pool that lure was thrown to had never seen a lure before. And in this case, I'm talking about brook trout. And I remember seeing 15 of them just coming in all together in a school, chasing that lure, never all trying to beat the other one out to get it. And probably I caught that first trout. Throw out again, and there wasn't 15 this time. There might have been 7 chasing the lure back in. By the fourth cast, there might have only been 1 fish or no fish. Those fish learned quickly. This wasn't the right game of tag that they were playing. And so now I'm taking that whole story and bringing it back home and telling you about what I've noticed this week in trout fishing. I would go to a pool and I'll cast out the particular lure that I'm using and bam, get a strike. Bam, cast out again, get another strike. And there's a number of fish right there in that area. And they'd never seen this lure before. Probably they were stocked fish. But yet, within 4 casts, all of a sudden, everything ends. They learn very quickly. And either they were interested at first or they decided on that first following of that lure, whether they were going to strike or not. And nothing. And I told you about this when I called my buddy Rust, and he recently had the same things happening. But it's something that I think is one of the principles of fishing that I've learned, that fish quickly identify things, and they learn by the very process that they're caught up in. And so remember this the next time you go. So what's the answer? If you know that there's fish in that pool, and you all of a sudden stop getting strikes, if you put something else different on, maybe just a different color, or maybe a totally different lure, and cast it out, you may start catching fish again until they learn again about that lure. This is profound, and it's basically happened to me with trout, but I think every fish are pretty much like this. The only thing that might be a little different, sometimes bass can get so aggressive, especially smallmouths, that they will continue to strike. And as long as they have that school swarm mentality, they're constantly competing with the other fish in their school. But I think it's a good thing for you to sort of listen to and understand, because, again, every tip that I try to throw out there for all of you, I hope can help make you just a little bit better fisherman, or maybe just enjoy it a little bit more. Until next time, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.